Hi and welcome to another tutorial. This one's going to be about how you can make thumbnails for your Scratch projects like let's say this project. This project. Like you don't want your thumbnail to be just like a screenshot of you playing the game, right? So it ends up that whenever you save your project, whenever you save it, it shows whenever the project's saved, like when you're editing it, it'll keep taking it'll take a screenshot of that and send that for your thumbnail. I'm just gonna create another project for this. So, let's say it's like, I make a project. It's like, cool moving cat. Cool moving cat. And I'm just going, maybe like, turn 15 degrees or something. So, we have that. Now, when I save this is what your picture will show up. It looks sort of boring. Now you can get more attention by doing something like using a backdrop. This is one way to do it. You show the backdrop. You make this sprite show, but then you want to make it hide for now. And then we have to make another backdrop. So let's take this cat, and then we could put it in our backpack, and then since we have that picture, we could put the cat, and then we could put the cat like doing a swirl, like that. Maybe add a little bit of art too, like that. Maybe like to show that he's like moving. So I can, yeah, like show that like a swirling cat, and then I can type swirling cool moving cat. Cool moving cat. Cool moving cat, and then I put the text larger, and then like swirl it, maybe. So this is just designing your thumbnail. You don't have to do this, but this is how you want it to show for the backdrop. And I don't want the thumbnail to show, right? So I want to switch it to backdrop 1. And so this will actually show. This will switch to the first backdrop. Now, I manually set this backdrop to backdrop 2, but when you show it, it'll do backdrop 1. When you start the project, it'll do backdrop 1. And I put this hide block. So I put this hide block here so that I could click on the hide block so that the Scratch Cat would hide and wouldn't get on top of the thumbnail. But then it would but it won't, but as I said before, to get the thumbnail to work, well, basically the thumbnail takes a screenshot of the screen and saves that image. Now, when I change that image, when I change how it looks, then it'll save that picture, but it won't really happen in the project. So if now, like, let's say if it automatically saves, like, it automatically saves how it looks, like this, like, let's say I didn't click on that, it just saves, then and I'm not done making the thumbnail, or like I want it to, if I want to like edit changes to it, I just like I drag something to make it so you can save it and then save it. But I wasn't editing it, so it's fine if I saved it. Now, if I go to the front, you can see that the new thumbnail is replaced. But there's actually another way of doing the same thing. I think it makes it a little bit easier. So, instead of using a backdrop, like doing that, and then I want, so maybe I don't want a backdrop to show, but maybe I want a sprite. Like, I'm gonna pause the video and then make the same thing, basically this. I managed to get this onto the sprite again, so instead of using a backdrop, I normally like to use a sprite, because like, let's say you have all this other stuff like crazy action, like maybe like all these sprites are moving around on the screen, and then you can't really put the backdrop in front of that, or if you try to hide that, all of those other sprites, it'll be harder work. So then that's why I like to use a sprite, because then if I go, so then so then I could make it like go to the front layer, but what I really want I want it to go to the front, so then I could do that while it's stopped. And when you start the project, it's supposed to hide. But really the only thing is that you just have to position it to the center. So then I can save this, and then when I start it, it doesn't show up. So, and when I look at the thumbnail, it did basically the same thing. But I think that way is just easier. As I said, you don't have to hide all the sprites. You could just show, like, you could just show one sprite, make it go to the front. And that's basically the end of this tutorial. I hope you liked it. Like, maybe I'll see you in the next video. The next one I'm gonna be doing how to change your profile picture.